After 50, research shows hormone imbalance rises by 67%. Sleep quality drops by over 58%, and the rate of visible aging can speed up by 30–40%, yet most women have no idea why it hits so suddenly. The surprising truth: it's often 5 everyday habits women think are harmless, but they quietly disrupt the body's natural repair systems. If you've been feeling unlike yourself lately, this may open your eyes. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dr. Eliza Hart, a board-certified gynecologist with over 15 years of experience supporting women through menopause and beyond. Over the years, I've seen countless women blame age for their low-energy, restless nights, emotional dips, or the sudden aging overnight feeling, when in reality, the body is simply reacting to patterns we repeat every single day without noticing. The good news is that once we understand these habits, we can gently reset the body, restore balance, and begin feeling like ourselves again. Before we go any further, I would love for you to subscribe and join this growing community of women who are choosing to age with knowledge, confidence, and grace. Comment below and share the country you're watching from so we can see how far our circle is spreading across the world. And please help me reach my first 20,000 subscribers. Your support truly motivates me to keep creating valuable guidance for women over 50. Now let's take a closer look at the first habit and how it quietly affects your hormones, sleep, and aging. 1. Caffeine, after mid-afternoon. The quiet hormone and sleep disruptor. Many women are surprised to learn that one of the most common habits affecting their hormones, sleep, and visible aging is something they consider harmless, enjoying coffee, tea, or even chocolate later in the day. It feels comforting, provides a pleasant lift, and for many has become a daily ritual. However, after 50, the way the body processes caffeine changes significantly due to hormonal shifts, especially the decline in estrogen and progesterone, which affects liver metabolism and increases sensitivity to stimulants. Caffeine stimulates the adrenal glands to release cortisol, a stress hormone that is necessary in small amounts but disruptive when elevated at the wrong time of day. When caffeine is consumed after mid-afternoon around 2 or 3 p.m., cortisol rises just when the body should be preparing to wind down. This interferes with melatonin production, the hormone that signals your brain it is time to rest. As a result, even if you fall asleep, your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and less restorative. Many women do not connect their afternoon coffee with waking up at 2 a.m., yet clinically the link is remarkably clear. Poor quality sleep does more than leave you tired. It directly accelerates aging. Nighttime is the body's repair window. Skin cell renewal, collagen, rebuilding nervous system, reset, and inflammation reduction all take place while you sleep. When sleep is shallow and easily interrupted, the skin receives less oxygen and nutrients for regeneration. Over time, this contributes to dullness, more fine lines, puffiness around the eyes, and a tired facial expression that no cream can correct. Many women share that they look older overnight, and this often happens long before caffeine is suspected. The intention is not to remove caffeine entirely unless your body reacts strongly to it. Instead, it is about aligning your intake with your hormonal rhythm. If you enjoy your morning coffee or tea, keep it earlier, ideally before noon, so your body has time to process it before bedtime. If you'd like a warm drink, later herbal options such as chamomile, peppermint, lemon balm, or rooibos can comfort the nervous system instead of stimulating it. Even switching to half-caffeinated coffee for your afternoon cup can improve sleep quality within a week. As we continue, you'll begin to notice a pattern. The habits that feel small and routine often create the biggest internal shifts over time. The next habit is one many women rely on in the evening, believing it helps them relax and sleep better, yet it quietly works against the body's natural healing cycle. 2. Eating too late or too heavy at night. The habit that disrupts your internal clock. One of the most overlooked habits that affects women after 50 is eating dinner too late or consuming a heavy meal in the evening. For many, the late meal isn't intentional. It becomes a pattern shaped by routines, family responsibilities, or the belief that a large dinner helps with sleep. Yet as hormone levels shift after menopause, the body's ability to digest food efficiently at night declines, and this habit begins to work against the rhythm that keeps hormones sleep and aging in balance. When you eat late, especially within 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, the body must prioritize digestion at a time when it should be transitioning into rest and repair. Insulin levels remain elevated, preventing the natural drop that signals the brain to release melatonin. This confuses the internal body clock, your circadian rhythm, causing the brain to stay alert instead of calming down. Many women describe lying in bed feeling physically tired but mentally wired. If the meal is heavy or high in carbohydrates, digestive discomfort often leads to restless sleep, nighttime awakenings, and morning fatigue. This disruption doesn't end with poor sleep. When the body spends the night digesting instead of restoring, key regenerative processes are compromised. Cellular repair slows, inflammation rises, and collagen renewal weakens. Over time, this contributes to a duller complexion, facial puffiness, under-eye bags, and a sense of aging faster than expected. You may notice that on nights when you eat late or heavy, you wake up feeling swollen or puffy. Clear signs the lymphatic system and liver were not able to complete their nighttime detox cycles. The goal is not to create strict food rules, but to support the body's natural timing. Aim to finish dinner earlier when possible, ideally between 6:30 and 7:00 p.m., keeping the evening meal lighter and easier to digest. Focus on protein, vegetables, and healthy fats while saving heavier or rich foods for lunch when digestion is stronger. If hunger appears later, choose a light calming option such as a small yogurt, a few nuts, or a warm herbal infusion to prevent blood sugar dips without burdening digestion. As we move to the next habit, you'll see that it's not only when we eat, but also what we choose most frequently that influences energy, sleep, and skin. And this next pattern is especially common among women who seek comfort or convenience during busy days. 3. High refined carbs and low fiber intake, the habit that disturbs blood sugar, sleep, and skin renewal. Another habit that silently affects how women feel and age after 50 is relying on refined carbohydrates while eating too little fiber. Foods like white bread, pastries, regular pasta, white rice, and sugary snacks offer quick comfort and energy, which makes them easy to reach for, especially on busy or emotionally draining days. However, during and after menopause, the body's tolerance for blood sugar spikes becomes much lower, and these foods start to disrupt far more than weight alone. Refined carbohydrates are digested rapidly, causing blood sugar and insulin levels to rise quickly, followed by a sudden drop. This up and down pattern places stress on the adrenal glands and can trigger the release of adrenaline and cortisol, both of which interfere with relaxation and sleep. Many women report feeling sleepy after eating these foods, only to experience a second wave of restlessness in the evening, making it harder to fall or stay asleep. Nighttime awakenings between 1 and 3 a.m. are often linked to blood sugar imbalances rather than insomnia itself. A diet low in fiber compounds the issue. Fiber plays a crucial role in slowing down glucose absorption, supporting gut health, and aiding the liver in clearing excess hormones such as estrogen. When fiber is lacking, hormonal fluctuations intensify digestion, slows, and the skin can become more prone to inflammation breakouts and premature aging. Over time, this pattern contributes to energy crashes, difficulty concentrating, sugar cravings, and a tired facial appearance that doesn't improve even with skincare. The goal is not to eliminate carbohydrates, but to upgrade them. Choosing whole grain or slow-release options such as oats, quinoa, barley, sweet potatoes, or whole grain bread can stabilize energy and support deeper sleep. Increasing fiber through vegetables, chia seeds, flax seeds, berries, beans, and leafy greens helps regulate hormones, nourishes the gut microbiome, and naturally supports collagen preservation. Even one simple shift, such as replacing white rice with quinoa or adding a handful of greens to dinner, can make a noticeable difference within a week. Before we continue, I'd love a quick check-in from you. If this is a habit you recognize in your own life, comment 1 below. If not, comment 0. Your response helps me understand where you are in your wellness journey, and it also motivates me to create the most relevant guidance for this community of women over 50. As we move forward, you'll notice how small nutritional gaps can influence emotional balance, sleep, and skin. The next habit reveals a missing element in many women's diets that is essential for hormonal stability and graceful aging. 4. Low intake of greens and antioxidants, the habit that weakens hormone balance and speeds up visible aging. A habit many women don't realize is affecting their hormones, sleep quality, and skin vitality is simply not eating enough greens and antioxidant-rich foods each day. It may seem like a small detail, but after 50, when estrogen declines and oxidative stress increases, the body depends more heavily on nutrients found in leafy greens and colorful vegetables to maintain balance and support renewal. Without them, the body is left vulnerable and the signs show up faster than most women expect. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, arugula, collard greens, and bok choy provide essential minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium, which play a direct role in relaxation, hormone regulation, and nervous system balance. Magnesium in particular is often called the relaxation mineral because it calms the body and supports deeper, uninterrupted sleep. Unfortunately, many women consume far less than the recommended daily amount, leading to muscle tension, nighttime restlessness, and heightened stress responses. When the body lacks these minerals, even small triggers can feel overwhelming, and sleep can become lighter and less restorative. Antioxidants are equally essential. They help combat inflammation and oxidative stress, two major drivers of accelerated aging after menopause. Without enough antioxidants, free radicals accumulate and damaged cells' collagen breaks down more quickly, and the skin loses firmness and brightness. This is when fine lines deepen, pigmentation appears more easily, and the skin takes longer to recover from stress or lack of sleep. A plate that lacks color often leads to a complexion that lacks radiance. Increasing greens and antioxidant-rich foods is not about perfection or forcing restrictive eating. It's about adding nourishment that supports the body's natural repair systems. Aim to include at least 1 generous serving of leafy greens daily and add color whenever possible. Berries, tomatoes, carrots, red cabbage, broccoli, and bell peppers offer a spectrum of protective compounds. A simple habit such as adding a handful of spinach into your omelet, enjoying a mixed greens salad with lunch, or steaming broccoli at dinner can gradually raise your nutrient intake in a way that feels effortless. Smoothies, soups, and stir-fries can also be gentle ways to include more greens, especially for women who don't enjoy salads. You don't need dramatic changes, just small, consistent additions that strengthen your internal foundation day by day. As we move to the next habit, you'll notice a pattern forming the body after 50 needs support, not stress. And the upcoming habit is one many women lean on for convenience, but it quietly undermines the liver hormones and the skin's ability to remain youthful and resilient. 5. High consumption of packaged foods and additives, the habit that overloads the liver and accelerates aging. A habit that has quietly become part of modern life, especially for women with busy schedules, is relying on packaged or highly processed foods. These items are convenient, fast, and often marketed as healthy, low-fat, or low-calorie, which can make them seem harmless. However, for women after 50, when the liver, gut, and hormonal systems are already working harder to maintain balance, this habit places an extra burden on the body, one that affects hormones, sleep quality, and visible aging far more than most women realize. Packaged foods frequently contain additives such as preservatives, artificial flavors, colorants, stabilizers, and excess sodium or sugar. Although approved for consumption, these compounds demand significant work from the liver to break down and eliminate. After menopause, when estrogen levels fluctuate and the liver becomes a key regulator of hormonal balance, this extra workload can interfere with the liver's ability to metabolize hormones effectively. Over time, this contributes to estrogen imbalance, fluid retention, mood swings, and increased inflammation. Many processed foods also contain excitotoxins, ingredients that stimulate the nervous system, such as MSG artificial sweeteners or flavor enhancers. While they may make food taste more appealing, they can keep the brain overstimulated into the evening, interfering with the body's ability to wind down. Women often describe feeling tired, yet unable to relax, or waking up with a wired and tired sensation that is difficult to shake off. This type of sleep disturbance prevents the body from entering deep sleep cycles, which are essential for cellular repair and collagen regeneration. From a skin perspective, the combination of high-sodium refined oils and preservatives can contribute to water retention, puffiness, dullness, and more visible fine lines. Inflammation accumulates beneath the surface, weakening the skin's structure and slowing the renewal process. This is why women who frequently rely on packaged snacks or quick meals may notice their complexion becoming less vibrant even when they follow a skincare routine. Reducing processed foods doesn't require an all-or-nothing approach. A gentle shift toward more whole natural foods can significantly lighten the burden on your liver and support hormonal balance. Start by checking labels and choosing products with fewer additives, or replace one packaged snack a day with fresh fruit, nuts, yogurt, or a homemade option. Gradual swaps allow the taste buds and habits to adapt without feeling deprived. As we move to the next part, I'll share a practical approach that helps ease out these habits without stress or restriction, so your body can reset and you can begin feeling lighter, clearer, and more in control of your well-being again. 6. Smart eating rhythm and simple. Daily reset, a gentle way to restore balance. By now, you may have noticed a pattern. It's rarely one single food that disrupts your hormones, sleep, or aging. It's the rhythm of how you nourish your body day after day. After 50, the body responds best not to strict rules or dramatic diets, but to a calm, consistent approach that supports natural hormone cycles, digestion, and nightly repair. This final habit is about creating a more supportive eating rhythm that helps your body feel balanced and ready to rejuvenate. Our bodies are designed to follow a natural day-night cycle. Hormones such as cortisol, insulin, melatonin, and even hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin work in harmony with light activity and meal timing. When meals are irregular, rushed, skipped, or too close to bedtime, the body loses this internal structure. Many women after 50 describe eating on autopilot, grabbing food whenever convenient, rather than when the body is ready to digest. Over time, this leads to slower metabolism, nighttime overeating, disrupted sleep, and a sense of being out of sync. A more nourishing rhythm doesn't require perfection, just gentle structure. Establish consistent meal times that allow your body to anticipate nourishment. Eating within a 10-12-hour daytime window, such as between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. or 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., gives the digestive system a natural rest period at night, supporting deeper sleep and cellular repair. Including protein, fiber, and healthy fats at meals helps stabilize blood sugar, reducing evening cravings and emotional eating. A tool many women find transformative is what I call a daily reset plate, a simple way to balance meals without counting calories or restricting foods. Aim for half the plate with colorful vegetables or greens, 1/4 with quality protein, and 1/4 with slow-release carbohydrates or whole grains. Add a small portion of healthy fats such as olive oil, avocado nuts, or seeds to support hormone production and skin health. This structure nourishes the body evenly, reduces the urge to overeat at night, and supports a calmer nervous system at bedtime. Remember, the purpose of this habit is not to create pressure, but to provide a rhythm that helps your body feel grounded. You're not giving things up. You're making space for your body to rest, digest, and renew. When this becomes familiar, many women notice more stable moods, clearer thinking, and a natural glow returning to their skin. Now that you understand the habits that quietly disrupt your balance, the next step is learning how to reduce them without stress or rebound, so the changes feel natural, uplifting, and sustainable. When it comes to changing long-held habits, especially around food, many women over 50 feel pressured to succeed immediately. But real lasting change rarely comes from strict rules or sudden overnight shifts. It comes from a kind, gradual approach that respects the body and gives your mind time to adapt. The goal isn't perfection, but gentle progress, so your hormones, digestion, and sleep can recalibrate without stress or resistance. A supportive first step is awareness. For a few days, simply observe your eating rhythm without judgment. Notice when you reach for caffeine, when your heaviest meal tends to be whether you eat late, and how your body feels the next morning. This alone often brings clarity, and small changes begin to happen naturally once patterns become visible. There is no need to fix everything at once. Your body responds better when it feels safe. When you're ready, start with 1 or 2 easy shifts. Try moving your coffee earlier, having dinner slightly sooner, adding greens to one meal, or swapping a packaged snack for a fresh option. These simple adjustments lighten the body's workload and create space for balance to return. As you begin to feel better, motivation grows on its own, making the next steps easier. Another gentle approach is focusing on addition rather than restriction. Instead of listing what you shouldn't eat, think of what supports you. Adding colorful vegetables to lunch, sipping a calming herbal infusion in the evening, or preparing a nourishing breakfast helps your body feel cared for, which naturally reduces cravings for heavier or processed foods. Nourishment leads to more harmony than deprivation. Consistency matters more than perfection. Some days will feel aligned and others won't, and that's completely normal. What counts is returning to your intention with kindness rather than guilt. Your body listens not only to what you feed it, but also to how you speak to yourself during the process. When shifts come from self-respect, they last longer and feel lighter. As these habits soften and your body responds, many women report deeper sleep, less puffiness, and more clarity and energy throughout the day. You may be pleasantly surprised by how quickly your body begins to thank you for these small shifts. Now that you have a gentle roadmap, let's bring everything together with an encouraging reminder that reclaiming balance after 50 is not only possible, it's well within your reach. As we come to the end of this video, I hope you can see that the changes many women experience after 50 are not signs of decline or inevitability. They are responses to habits the body no longer tolerates, the same way it once did. The 5 habits we explored today may seem small on the surface, but they have a powerful impact on hormone sleep inflammation and how gracefully we age. The encouraging truth is that your body is extremely responsive, and even gentle shifts can create meaningful improvements. My advice is to choose one habit to start with just one. Support your body with a calmer rhythm. Earlier meals, more nourishment, and choices that help your system feel safe again. When you approach change with compassion instead of pressure, the body follows with cooperation instead of resistance. Remember, aging is not something to fight. It is a stage to navigate with intelligence, care, and respect for your inner biology. If today's video brought you clarity, comfort, or a sense of empowerment, I would truly love to hear from you. Share in the comments which habit you plan to begin softening this week. Your reflections also inspire other women who may be quietly struggling in the same way. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me today. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, share this video with another woman who may need it, and help me reach 20,000 subscribers so we can continue growing this community of strong, informed, radiant women over 50. I appreciate you, and I'm honored to be part of your journey.